Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I got a story that actually is a case where a young woman feels like she was misled in the relationship. Fooled, I guess, would be the word also. And this is really important to get over because moving forward, especially if you're young and it's one of your first relationships, you need to really be at peace with how this ended and moving into the next relationship or moving into meeting someone else, you don't carry this and assume that every guy's like this, and then vice versa for women. So it's very important. If in this particular case, she seems pretty clear on why they broke up, and the guy's not a very good guy, and he seems to be a liar. But what I'm saying is, you need to close that door moving forward because a lot of times your first and second relationships are a model on how you think all relationships are or all guys are. And that's just not fair. And what's going to happen is subconsciously, you're going to search out people that have those same qualities and you're going to have the same relationship happen again because that's what you believe is supposed to be, if that makes sense. That's the story you're telling yourself, and that's the story that you're going to continue to make true. So when you write a story like this young woman, moving forward, you need to take it as a lesson, but know that this is one individual guy. It didn't work out, and you're okay. And it's good that you didn't continue a relationship with a guy like this. So let's get right into the story. Thank you for taking the time to read my story. Thank you for taking the time to write it. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great day too. I'm just going to go straight into it. Too. I met a guy in Greece when I was on holiday with a group of friends last August 2017. We met at the resort's hotel that I was staying at. He was there with his family, girlfriend, and 1.5-year-old daughter. At first, I thought nothing of it. We were all from the UK, just enjoying our holiday from London, and he lives in northern England, so I knew I would never see him again. The resort was very friendly. Everyone was socializing, having a good time, drinking, and enjoying themselves. Okay, I think I know where this is going. Long story short, me and my friends exchanged social media with the guy. As our holiday came to an end, we went back to the UK. He messaged me to wish me a safe journey back home, and I thought nothing of it. Dun dun. I think it is important to mention that while we were on holiday, he did comment a lot on how much he was unhappy in his relationship with his girlfriend. I gave him advice to stick it out and make it work as they have a child together. Well, that's fair advice. And whenever you have a kid together, you do have to give it a little bit of an extra chance, I believe. To give some content about us, I am 22, finishing my last year at uni, and he is 20 and a mechanic. So both of you are quite young. He's been with his girlfriend for 5 years, on and off, and has had girlfriends in between there. Off time, which confused me a lot. Well, it shouldn't confuse you, it should be telling. So he basically is someone that if he's going to break up or he has problems, he needs to fill the void immediately. We don't, I don't think I've had to talk about that before, but there's some people, when they break up, they immediately have to have someone take that spot. And usually those are needy individuals, but they also are usually attractive. So they're able to attract women or men if it's a woman, or if it's a same-sex relationship, the same thing. But attractive people generally have more options. It's just the way it is. So if he's a pretty good-looking guy, then he probably is able to pivot quite easily and has a little bit more confidence. How can you build meaningful relationships with people whilst on and off with your girlfriend? Well, I think you know the answer to that question, but really, you don't know his girlfriend and what kind of relationship they have. This guy's only 20 years old. He's quite young. But you're right. He's obviously not someone that's willing to stick it out. And he's the minute he gets a chance, he's going to move forward, it sounds like, and be with someone else. When did he come back to the UK? When he came back to the UK, we were in constant communication. However, it was purely based on friendship, even though I felt bad talking to a guy who was a girlfriend. You felt bad because you had some feelings for him. If you really just thought of him as a friend, you wouldn't have felt bad. He started pursuing me and asked me to be his girlfriend. He asked you to be his girlfriend on social media? This was my first proper relationship, and as pathetic as it sounds, I was very excited and felt less bad about the situation, as I've never been someone's girlfriend before. Well, thanks for being honest about this, because this is a vulnerable moment for you, and it's like you said, it sounds pathetic. Don't really use the word pathetic. Treat it as a learning curve, and you're excited. You were interested in the guy. You guys talked a little on social media. Yeah, it may seem selfish that he had a girlfriend already, but you didn't really know the girlfriend, so you were acting in your best interest in a lot of ways. And like I said, this is going to be a learning experience for you. This is where I see this going. And honestly, the guys I've liked in the past never really did it for me, if that makes sense. I really did like this guy. He was funny, charming, good looking. I was correct. And nice to talk to. Well, those are 4 things that are highly attractive to a woman, any woman. Looking back now, I completely missed some red flags, such as him having an on-off girlfriend. Well, he's 20 years old, too. I mean, that's people in their early 20s, males, they're going to seek out more promiscuous lifestyles, if you will, or act this way compared to someone in their late 30s, say. So I'm not making an excuse for them. I'm just saying that's part of it. Telling me he loved me straight away. On and off girlfriend telling me he loved me straight away. Yeah, someone that conveys that they love you right away is a bit of a red flag in my book. Now, wanting us to get married and moving up north, yeah, that's a little much. Once I graduate university, sounded like he was serious about us. It sounded like it was too. I mean, you're both young people. Don't feel bad for yourself for believing him. I know he was still in contact with his ex, as they have a very young child, and they did live together a year prior to the holiday. I also did think everything was moving fast, but again, did not think anything of it due to my lack of dating. Well, you're being honest with yourself. You're being self-aware. As I thought, that's what people do when they are in love. Fast forward a few months later, he breaks up with me in April, saying he couldn't do this anymore. He was unhappy. I felt really hurt and heartbroken, as I did invest very quickly into the 4 months we were official. As silly as that sounds, he would come to my university every other weekend, as we were long distance, 3.5 hours away from each other, and he works. So it was a long distance relationship that you saw each other on the weekends for 4 months, which every other weekend. So let's see, 4 months, so basically you guys had 8 weekends together. Well, the thing about a long distance relationship, and every 2 weeks, the time you were probably spending together was special and passionate probably, and you never really got to know each other the way someone gets to know someone when they live nearby or they live together. So you were definitely probably in the honeymoon phase. And the time that we spend together going down to London, spending quality time together, even meeting his family and daughter made me think we had something going on. Yeah, especially if you met his daughter. I guess my question is, did he really love me? Well, I'll never know that, because that's a really good question. I can't answer for him, because this is why. Everyone's definition of the word love and the way they show it and the way they feel it is different. So for you, if you say, I love you, it could mean highly attached, emotional, affectionate. For him, it could be, yeah, for this month, I love you. It all depends on how he learned love through his childhood and his past relationships, and he has a lot more experience being on and off. So he would have to answer that. He'd have to define love in his own way to do that. But that's a really good question. A lot of people just want to know, why did they leave you? But did he love me? And by you asking that, you place a high value on the fact that you actually did love him and were sincere. But like I said, this is a really good learning time for you, because the definition for love and the way people show it is different. It's different for everyone. So it's not a direct answer, but I think you know where I'm going with that. What do you think his intentions were? I wouldn't know unless I talked to him, but it sounds like at 20 years old, he was interested in you. He pursued you. He was attracted to you. You guys hooked up. It didn't work out. You guys saw each other on the weekends, every other weekend, but he had baggage. He had a 1.5-year-old kid. He was in and out with a relationship. He was capable of taking a vacation with his then girlfriend, and basically getting your social media is like the old days of getting someone's phone number. So I think his intentions were to hook up with you. How far it went and how far he got into it, I don't know him in that way. So he was, like I said, he was attracted to you. He liked you, but I can't speak for how he felt from the beginning or why he broke it off with you, okay? But if he pursued you in that time and spent some time with you and drove 3.5 hours to see you, he was into you at some point. And why make me meeting his family and daughter if he wasn't serious about us? Well, here's another thing. In that moment, he could have been serious. See, people when you're younger, and there's nothing wrong with being younger. I'm 37 years old and I feel young, but the life experience I've gained since I was 20 years old is just far different. I'm just a different person. So when he introduced you to his daughter and his family, he could have been serious in that moment, thinking that, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, something happened in the relationship or something sparked something, and he changed his mind in a whim. So don't think that he wasn't serious about you. It could have just been he changed his mind. We've been in no contact since the breakup. However, I did send an email just wishing him all the best with his life, but got no reply. Well, that says something about him. It does really hurt the fact that you can completely ignore me and act as if I do not exist at all, because for me it was real. Thank you for taking the time out to read this. All the best. No problem. Like I said, it's just moment to moment for him, and what I don't want you to do is just don't treat this like every guy's like this when you meet someone in the future. And this guy had a lot of shit he's dealing with outside of you, and you're probably lucky that it only lasted 4 months. And the fact that you're 3.5 hours apart is going to actually make it easier to get over him, because he's not, you know how many people send me notes and like, oh, we work together, or we're in the same town, we run into each other. This no contact, and the fact that you were together 4 months, which isn't a very long time, you're going to get through this, and you're going to get through it quicker than you think. And you're doing the right things, you're asking the right questions, and hopefully writing out this story helps you out. So if anyone else out there has a story to tell, please visit writemac.com. Otherwise, have a good one.